Hey, it's Dead Steve with part two. Yeah, just to kind of, as to say, as a beginner myself, I've been playing this particular game for like a fraction over 3 months, and I think for any other kind of beginner or anybody starting off, I just wanted to give some overall tips. And the first tip, as I mentioned a few times, write down all your creatures. Mainly, if you've got a legendary, write that in and the level that it's at. Your epics and your rares, put it into AI on one chat and keep that thread alive and just ask AI what your priorities are going to be. And I think starting off from what I remember, it's going to be getting your mine up to the maximum just so you can get those free gems. Eventually it'll pay for itself and you get the free gems. I think along the way you'll also get rares, like rare creatures, rare level creatures. I've always thought, listen, the level above rare is epic. I think the concept of something being rare is higher than them being epic in my brain. But that's not the way it is anyway for this game logic. There you go. To the right, you've got the Guardian Ring. On the left, it says Faction Guardians. We're going to tap on that. I think this is easily overlooked. You just, from the rare level creatures that you can get these easy stat boosts, which will just kind of last you all along. So that's still a work in progress for the dwarfs. I will definitely feel that, and I will not be wasting those duplicates of rares. You need duplicates of rares for that. Very, very, very important. And don't forget the Great Hall. Yeah, I need to get one of these two. The blue on the right hand side up to level 7. Which brings me on to the other priority that you've got, these missions, if you look bottom left, and the quests. Let's tap on the quests. No, let's tap, yeah. I always do my daily quests, basically. I always do the advanced quests. And inevitably you end up completing these monthly quests too. And these weekly quests, you just get bonus free stats, like this one here, this Ancient Shard. And maybe we'll need that in the future for another ×2 event. And AI advised me to wait for ×2 events, basically to get double the chances of getting something that'll last me through the rest of the game, obviously. Oh yeah, promo codes at the start, first 3 days. I used an old code. I didn't find what I wanted. Hold on, if I tap on the left, then look along the left, it says promo codes. I used, and I think it still works. Oops. Monkey King, exactly like that. It has to be within the first 3 days. Oops, well, I didn't mean to do that. Has to be in the first 3 days. Now there may well be better out there. I'm not tracking this kind of thing because I'm beyond the first 3 days. You know what I mean? So there you go. So I'm not outwardly recommending this particular code and saying it's the best one out there. I did this 3 months ago, and again, I was following people who gave me old codes. You know what I mean? There was nothing new and nothing really to advise me that I found anyway. I found some since, but at the time I was looking, there's nothing there. If you're struggling, this will get you a legendary called Sun Wukong, who's got his self-revive and he's got some skills. Occasionally, though, he does get outclassed by other legendaries, and there's other skills that block his revive. And the thing about Sun Wukong, here he is. The thing about Sun Wukong is they kind of built him to have like minimal kind of tankiness and the concept that he will revive, but if somebody blocks that revive, there's your trump card, you know what I mean? So this is going to be better. But anyway, if you're starting off, you need something that's going to be like legendary level, especially if they're giving it away for free, and there's one right there. Or yeah, when I say legendary level, something that is relatively powerful to carry the game for the start. Okay, so I've done the Guardian Ring and the Faction Guardians. Mentioned about the mine and maximizing that to get you free gems. The market. I also think it's important to open up all these slots. All these slots here. I needed to use gems to unlock it. So once I'd maximized the mine, I unlocked all these slots, and occasionally you get shards. It's going to be, if I go to the portal on the left, it's going to be the mystery shards and it's going to be the ancient shards. The ancient shards being more valuable because they start off at rares. You know, with a maximum of legendaries. Okay, I haven't got any. Let the squeaky car go by. I haven't gotten any, but that's why I try and wait for the ×2 events to give me a better chance. There you go. And to be honest, I think on that last gem, Paul, and I'm still learning the game myself, I think there was a progressive chance event at the same time. I don't know if it would have made any difference because I got a whole stack of rares and I think I've got about 8 epics. I don't know if it would have made any difference on that occasion, but anyway, in terms of process, I definitely failed on that occasion, but I'll be ready for next time. Either way, the minimum is ×2 event. For these, anything other than mystery shards, ×2 event is probably the way to go. The other thing I'm building towards, and I guess it does depend to an extent on the luck of the draws that you get, is building so on the clan boss you can pick up these rewards. Now if I skip to brutal, okay, I'm going to claim these obviously, so let's see what I get. Oh, if that was speed as a primary stat, and especially if speed was there anywhere, anywhere if there was speed, then that would be more of interest. But it does have defense percentage. I guess it has crit rate to get me up to that magic 100% that you need in terms of base attack. Well, all your damage skills going to be based on your overall attack stat, and then crit rate needs to be at 100% in order for the skill to definitely trigger, and then crit damage will be the amount of damage that skill in question will make, you know what I mean? So obviously the bigger the crit damage, the bigger the damage. Yeah. And accuracy, well, you need to be able to, especially for the bosses, this is the percentage chance that your skill is actually going to do anything at all. So accuracy first, then crit rate, then crit damage based on the attack stats. Clear? But I got this as well, Force Brew, Void Brew, and some gems. So that's another gem farmer way to go about it. Blue level weapon. Cool set, ignores 5% of enemy defense, 2 artifacts per set. It's only blue, it's got some resistance there as well. Yeah, it's a bit yawn. But nevertheless, see, this is going to happen every single day. So for me to be able to farm, I say I'm at the brutal level at the moment. And you need to remember to click on brutal. Otherwise, it will default every single time and every single day. It will default to Ultra Nightmare. Right, and for Ultra Nightmare, you need to get a minimum of 17.57 million in damage, and I'm guessing you're not going to do it. Especially if you're starting off, you may well do 100,000 damage. So you know what I mean? The game doesn't want you to win. When you're starting off, you obviously want to be on easy, and then eventually, maybe not in the first couple of weeks, depending on if you're paid to play or free to play, eventually you start picking up some of these freebies from the chests, and that's what we're all about. It's about optimization. I finally worked this out myself. As I say, just to tap on brutal to go up the brutal level, and that's all good. All right, so let's do a battle. Should we? Yeah, a bit reluctant. Okay, we're gonna do one battle, and I know there's gonna be people. Let's before we do that. Look at this guy, 46.69 million. If I get anywhere near like 7 million with my guys, then I'll take that as daily progression. In terms of these guys here, I don't know if any of them are booked, meaning, yeah, actually two things. Booked meaning the skills are maxed, and also that their masteries are maxed as well. I'm not sure. Some of them might, but definitely not all. Let's have a quick look. It was this one, wasn't it? Yeah, that one's maxed. This one might be maxed. It's not entirely maxed. Yeah, that would help. Just about energy, really. And what else could I have done? Yeah, definitely this as well. Master Hex or something like that. Yeah. Maybe. Let's look at the skill again, since I'm recommending stuff. I don't know if it's a debuffer. Poison debuff. Poison debuff. Yeah, they are debuffs, so yeah. Master Hexer, maybe. Yeah, just a little tweak on the energy of that. Oh no, I want that one. Apothecary. So look at his skills. So this is all a work in progress. Yeah, clearly. And maybe Master Hexer again. And actually, he's a buffer, not a debuffer, isn't he? Dead ally. He doesn't do debuffs. So, yeah, and it doesn't really do damage either. It's not really going to kill any enemies. Anyway, that's the reason why. All that just to say everything's a work in progress. It's not finished. And this one, Grush, I've only got him quite recently, so I know he's not maximized. Let's just do a battle and see how much damage we do. How about that, Stevie boy? How about that? So this is the team that AI recommended for me to build. I've got a creature called Spider. He's about level 57, so 60 would be better. Known to be a bit squishy. And I've just done his masteries. His masteries are maxed. So I'm hoping that hoping for at least 7 mil, but we'll have to see. Oh, there's it's on the right hand side, 56, level 56. And every level it goes up to 60 will boost the core stats. I am noticing when I had my Sun Wukong, this damage would build much quicker. But the idea is that when he attacks us, that we barely blink, we barely move, we have a bit of tankiness about us, you know what I mean? So going towards infinite damage. The AI does talk about the leech. If you look to the top left, you've got a little kind of like teardrop. That's the meaning that leech is going to be there for at least one more turn. Which increases the damage, I believe, that we inflict. And for what, I can't remember which one it is now. Maybe it's Apothecary actually, or there's a few. Because of the leech effect apparently on the boss, that it will mean that we can heal better and quicker by a bigger amount. So that's that. I've been thinking about this, right? So some of these battles are like above 5 minutes. They need to do a ×3 speed, ×4 speed, or maybe just a phasing kind of button where you can heavily kind of fast forward until the next thing of note. So at least, let's say 30 seconds with the things of note. So maybe somebody dies and then they revive. But just to wait it out and live it in real time. Oh, I don't know, man. I think at least when you get to a certain level, whatever that level is, level 50, 60, 70, you should have the option not to have to sit through a 20-minute battle or anything longer than about 4 or 5 minutes, really. Even if you have to watch the first 2 minutes, after that, phase or skip or ×3, ×4, I think that would definitely help this game. It would help us. It would help them. There ain't nobody got this kind of time. Just sipping some I don't usually have this, what's called super malt. This particular flavour is mango and passion fruit. Now I don't like passion fruits, but yeah, it's kind of light on the. There's no sourness to it, basically, the passion fruit. So anyway, there's a little tip. Anyway, so we've got. Listen, I think we're going to get our 7 million damage. Touch wood. His damage will scale up level on level. I want us to look at the healing. Okay, yeah. That right hand creature, I believe it to be Spider. Yeah, he just recovered a whole stack of health. Oh, somebody's doing 66,000 damage. I think it might have been my Spider. 10,000 damage I could see. 66 again. So obviously the quicker they can go through their cycle, the speed basically, the more damage they will do quicker before the cumulative damage from the boss that we're fighting will ultimately and inevitably take us out. That was Grush, took the big buff. Now his masteries will be based on defense, which I don't usually do, but also support. So the quicker I invest in those masteries, the more he will be able to resist all of this stuff. So just by helping him, he helps me. Really what we want to try and do is in 2 keys do about 11 mil damage. So we did the 7 that I talked about. We ain't going to do it because we're taking too much damage, especially that Grush. Or on the left hand side as well. Oh dear. I don't have a reviver in this team, so anything that Grush was adding to this team is now gone. The right hand creature is now gone too. Right, Grush was giving him the teardrop. What's it called now? I can't remember. Leech. That's it. So that effect is gone. I think we've got the beginning and the end. Eight. Right. 8 mil. So we go to Brutal. Basically, I'm tapping on with the little gift box on the right hand side of Brutal. So I'll be up to the Guardian chest level at the moment. I always, listen, it will give you back some of these clan boss keys over the course of the day. If I get 8 million 3 times, so say if I do 2 more keys, I got 1 more key in reserve and it will give me another one, just because of the passing of time. Then I'll definitely get that Grandmaster key. And then it's a question of, oof. If I went for Nightmare, yeah, I'm not just getting nowhere near the damage I need, am I? Yeah, even if it was as easy to get 8 million, which it won't be, I would, or maybe it would be, who knows. With 3 keys, that's still 24 million damage, so that's going to be around about here, the Master Chest. So is it better to have that Master Chest, or was it better to have the Brutal Grand Master Chest? Seems to be blue, purple, and a legendary level at level 5 minimum. If I go, just a quick look again, Nightmare. Yeah, level 4. There's a couple 3 level 4s and 3 level 5s at the master level. Nah, definitely better just to stick with Brutal for my level right now. But yeah, AI is trying to build it so that I can get further into this Brutal thing. I'm not quite sure or certain about the the composition basically, because I think that I would do more damage if I had Sun Wukong in there. Let's have a quick look. Three times attack, that's not what he's there for. Heals 35%. I guess so. Places increased speed, I guess so. I think in some ways I'd rather have, instead of him, yeah, I think it'd make more sense just to go with my revive card. I do like this basically, but I said my Sun Wukong just does a lot of damage very quickly. Let's experiment with that. But do I keep Spider or do I replace that with another damage bringer? Is that too much? What I'm thinking is for the first 20 rounds, we're going to live anyway, most likely, especially with my revive. Let's have a look. Listen, if we don't get, was it 7.7 mil? The AI was right. Was, as in WOZ. Okay. I'm a revive card here, the Melga. She's a tank, man. Hopefully. We're not building damage as quick as what I would have wanted, but at the end of the day, I do have more damage bringers right now. At this rate, boss turn count 3. Oh gosh, man. I was actually going to try and do some maths. Can you believe that? Can you believe it? Right, so it's boss turn count 4. We're nearly at 1 million. So by 20, oh, that's times 5. 5 mil. That would be less than the 7 mil that I just done. But yeah, I've got three levels of leech on him at the moment. Interesting that there's no poison. Okay. Oh, poison's there now. 2 turns. Yeah, I think one of those is going to be poison sensitivity. Right, so boss turn 8. We're at 2 mil. In some ways, I do agree with the AI in terms of instead of reviving, just stay alive via decreased defense and boosting your shields and boosting your health. Fair enough. But if I'm only going to stay alive for say 20 odd rounds, and I can do more damage, even if in there or thereabouts those many rounds, maybe it'll work out better. We'll see. Yeah, the AI has been wrong before. Okay. I also know that some of the mastery skills are based on how many times you use your primary skill. I think it's the A1, so yeah. I think it's like 2% every round or something like that, so yeah. After 5 rounds, I'll be doing 10% more damage anyway, so... Yeah, long story short, yeah, my damage rate per round should go up anyway to a point. Yeah, I mean, if we could keep his damage level, around about where it is now, would be absolutely fine. Obviously, that won't happen. But again, I was just interested whether we could beat that damage thing that we just done. Damage level. Getting towards that magic number 20, where he starts ramping up his damage factor, which I've said before. I don't know if you're going to get anywhere near the 7. Am I on the wrong one? It was brutal, right? It's got to. I think it is brutal level. It's just that our damage to him is just so little. Incl. I'm just thinking we don't have a speed generator, do we, as well? That is big. So I've got more damaged people, but they're doing it slowly, more slowly. Right, that was a wasted revive on Sun Wukong, who would revive himself. Admittedly, the turns he would miss whilst he's dead moves us to the point where he will get one hit killed by the boss anyway. So, you know, I guess maybe for the best. I don't think we're going to make that 7 mil. Melga, my healer. Oh, she's in a bad way. She might be dead right now. Yes, she is. I'm not sure if that was unlucky or not. She got dazed, I think, and that just kind of took her out the sink in order to try and rescue herself. They're not going to survive a double punch, are they? Especially my Garush. Nothing's going to revive him. Wasn't even a punch. Well, we got the 7 mil anyway. And then there was one. No, we did worse. 7.45. Oh, we did quite a lot worse. Yeah, fair enough, AI. You got me. I think it was the speed that I took away. Maybe. Maybe I should have gone. Maybe something like that. Maybe. I mean, there's still no speed generation there, is there? No, there isn't, Steve. Can't do that. But then really, again, you end up moving this out and just say, now let's bring somebody in who does damage. Actually, maybe something like that. This guy here does a little bit of healing. Yeah, he's not going to revive. But he does some healing. And some damage because of the masteries that I chose for him. Maybe. Thoughts for another day. Just before though, where was I? 16. So yeah, definitely still brutal. Yeah, definitely still need to get to 21.7, 5.5 million. Yeah, one more key, I'll be absolutely fine for those Grandmaster chest rewards. All right, let's do. Is it open? No, the live arena is closed. That's not necessarily a bad place. Not necessarily a bad place to leave it just for now. Hernoir. just before I go though, listen, now they've got this spider tournament and things like that, if you're free to play and you're building your core decks, you're still working on your masteries, and you haven't got the creatures, then it's pointless trying to throw everything away against somebody who's paid to play. This event's been going for like a half second. This guy's already up to 243. Now, if you can't, so what's this one? Spider tournament. I'm gonna go to the spider dungeon. Right. So the furthest I've got on spider dungeon is stage 14. So if you're up against somebody who can get to stage 25, you're just never gonna win. That's just the way it is, man. It's just the way it is. And there's nothing wrong with that, but just pick your battles, basically work on the foundations first. As I said, I'm going to be working on, I'm going to switch my clan boss team back around, and I'm going to put that health I just got, so I completed all the advanced, completed all the daily. I'm going to do this, basically. Dungeon, Tower. Gonna go to the high stage, stage 15. I've already maximized the spider. So there's two I need to do really. Grush and Apothecary. Let me look at my Apothecary mastery again. So I've got this main thing actually, to be fair. Giant Slayer. Speed for dead allies. Placing in a debuff. It's not a debuffer, it's a buffer. Extending the duration of any debuff cast by this champion by 1 turn. That's a waste, man. But it could benefit from methodical. Damage inflicted by the champion's default skill. Three times. Interesting. So this is what I was talking about with Grush. Increasing the turn meter by 15% when an ally is attacked with a critical hit. Will only increase the turn meter once if an ally receives multiple critical hits from a single skill. 50% chance to counter-attack. It's a buffer or a debuffer, this one. Grush, I think it's a debuffer, the poison. Decreases the damage an ally receives from the first enemy hit in each round by 20%. But this champion will receive that damage instead. Damn now. Tricky. There's nothing amazing there really. Just very quickly as well, the AI advised for me to go through defense and support, and then changed it up, basically to give it the tankiness in order to do the debuffing. Then changed it up and said, nah, offense and support. So it was a bit unclear. This is one of the things, things you just got to take with AI. Sometimes it is inconsistent. I think it must base it on information. It just depends what information is to hand at the time, maybe. And it does summarize things as well, so it depends what it leaves out, as well as whatever other problems. Excuse me, each dead ally. That's not what I want, is it? Chance of placing any debuff. So a quick look at that. That's 50%. Yeah, so really that chance of placing the debuff would be crazy useful. So that is what I'll probably do. So I'm not going to show you those, but let's look at one battle. Right, it's got my nuke here, Sun Wukong. I've got my other nuke, who's a rare champion, who's Bellower on the right hand side. I've got my Revive 2 card here, Melga. If I didn't have Melga, I'd have a different type of Revive. long story short. Or an out and out nuke killer. And this is the creature here, Garush, who I'm trying to, you know, complete his masteries. And to be honest, the end master, I'll probably just go straight to the end mastery with those credits, and then I'll worry going back about whether I need to kind of fine tune it with additions from elsewhere. It's actually quite slow progression. Really, I'm not. I got, yeah. Nothing. Basically, I was wondering to myself whether I've got a decreased defense, but I think this man here does decrease defense, and I think this symbol here, top left, I think that symbolizes reduction in defense. So we've got a whole 9 of those things. Let's check. Oh, I was only on raid instead of super raids. I wasted my own time. Oh God. Don't you worry, I'm going to do a super raid. I'm going to finish off this mastery in my own time. Please like, subscribe, Steve, and I'm out.